Number 15. In the sewer. We all know that the sewer is full of rats and Ninja Turtles, but Redditor Micron Lance found something even more disturbing lurking below. Take a look.
It's full of bats!
While you may be surprised to find a colony of bats in the sewer or storm drain, these environments actually offer them something that resembles their natural habitat. Sewers provide a dark, damp, and sheltered space, ideal for roosting during the day. The confined, cave-like conditions mimic the natural caves, crevices, and hollow trees where bats traditionally rest. They also often maintain a stable temperature, offering warmth in colder seasons and a cool retreat from the heat, making them an ideal option for bats seeking refuge. More importantly, sewers can sometimes harbor insects, which are a primary food source for many bat species. The presence of standing water and organic material can attract flies and mosquitoes. Although many in the comments are saying this isn't that terrifying, and some even find bats adorable. Others say this looks like rabies central.
It's full of bats!
And some aren't really surprised to find bats down there at all. Redditor Soul Install writes, "How do you think Batman gets around so quickly?" Now there's a thinker. Number 14. Over Melbourne. A bright vertical object was seen in the sky over Melbourne, and TikToker Stranger67000 shares the compelling footage.
What the is that? That's crazy, man.
The luminous anomaly has many in the comments tossing out theories. Some say it's just the sun, others suggest it's an angel, but many agree this is Project Bluebeam in action. Project Bluebeam first gained traction in the 1990s. According to the theory, the project is a secret government operation aimed at establishing a new world order by using advanced technology to create a series of staged, apocalyptic events. According to believers, the ultimate goal is to manipulate global populations into accepting a unified, authoritarian world government. The theory outlines several key steps that Project Bluebeam supposedly follows, one of which involves the use of holographic technology to project massive spacecraft in the sky, deceiving people into believing they're witnessing divine or extraterrestrial events. These so-called staged events are intended to culminate in a global crisis, leading to the establishment of the New World Order. But the Laugh Corner disagrees with this theory wholeheartedly. They write, "It's sun reflecting off the Eureka Tower while the tower is covered in fog. I'm from Melbourne and live in the city. This is a common sight in winter." While it may be a building's outline in the clouds, that doesn't really explain why it appears to be shining so brightly. Is it just a combination of the angle and the sunlight bouncing off the building's reflective windows? Or is this something else entirely? Number 13. Phantom Tennis. The tennis court has never seen anything like this. Shared by TikToker Christian Guerrero 24, a child-sized phantom appears to sprint across the screen at the net during a set. The semi-transparent figure mysteriously disappears as the tennis ball hits the net. Some in the comments are wondering if this is real. Is it the ghost of a former ball boy or girl? Others think there must be some ghosting in the footage. Ghosting refers to a visual artifact where a faint, blurred, or duplicated image appears. This can happen when a camera or recording equipment struggles to capture fast-moving objects or when the video signal is delayed, creating a ghost of the original image that trails behind or overlaps. Ghosting can also occur due to poor signal transmission or reflection of the video signal in analog setups. It's a technical issue rather than a paranormal phenomenon. But is what we're looking at ghosting, or is it an actual ghost? You decide. Number 12. Eerie Anomaly. Security guards have a front row seat to the paranormal, and Redditor Fuzzy Cable 5988 is VIP. This security footage from work left them unnerved. Take a look.
Almost. And then I'll rewind it and watch it again.
For context, the former security guard worked at North Beach, a bar in Downers Grove, Illinois. While reviewing overnight footage from the back common area of the strip mall, a mysterious light emerges from beneath the remnants of a fountain machine on the floor to the left. The light moves across the floor, and the rest unfolds on camera. There are no windows in that area, and no swinging lights that could explain the phenomenon. The only reason the owner noticed it was due to a movement notification from the security system. This wasn't the first bizarre incident at that location, but it was one of the few captured on video. Despite being a logical person, the OP couldn't find a rational explanation for what they saw, ruling out common explanations like bugs or dust. But most in the comments are saying it is a bug, specifically a moth. Redditor 4Run Yoda is one of them. They write, "That's a moth with a reflective coat on it. A lot of them have this powder that helps the light bounce back off of them. Others think it's a bird or a weather balloon." Still others think it's something far more interesting. Imaginary Air 27 writes, "So a channeler posted something similar to this and said it was a time portal. They appear and then disappear and can circle around. Also, notice how it disrupts the electrical feed of the video." A time portal connects different points in time, allowing a person or object to travel between the past, present, and future. They're often depicted as swirling vortices or doorways that open up seemingly at random or in specific locations with unique energy or magnetic fields. Some theories suggest that these portals could be the result of distortions in the fabric of space-time, caused by powerful cosmic events such as black holes or supernovae, or even by advanced technology that manipulates the laws of physics. These gateways are said to appear and disappear in a cyclical pattern, following a mysterious rhythm that's influenced by factors like planetary alignments, cosmic radiation, or even human activity. Some speculate that certain locations on Earth, like areas with a history of paranormal activity, might be hotspots for time portals. Is this one of those hotspots? If so, what time would you like to travel to? Number 11. Bird Glitch. We've seen many a strange glitch in the Matrix on our top 15s, but this is one of the most unbelievable yet. Redditor WASDX QWERTY shares footage of a bird seemingly frozen in flight.
Ano yung ibon? Ano yung ito dato? Siguro dajigar pagkakuan lang sa...
While some passerby notice the bird and are momentarily distracted, they continue on as though nothing's amiss. Redditor Drastic2 believes it's a dead bird stuck on a wire, and Phil Tomato agrees that it might have gotten stuck on a kite wire, as kites are flown a lot in the Philippines, where this footage appears to have been shot.
Siguro dajigar pagkakuan lang sa nila. Hindi nakatali.
Others suggest it could be the web of a Joro spider, which are native to East Asia and can also catch birds. The Joro spider is easily recognizable by its vibrant yellow, blue, and red markings, and its webs, which can span several feet in diameter and are super strong, made of golden silk. This silk is not only visually stunning, but also highly durable. While they primarily feed on insects, there have been occasional reports of these spiders capturing small birds in their webs. Although this is not a common occurrence, it does happen. When a small bird inadvertently flies into a Joro spider's web, it may become entangled. Sensing the vibrations caused by the trapped bird, the spider will approach cautiously and not typically feed on it. Instead, they are more likely to abandon the prey or wrap it in silk and leave it. Some in the comments say it's not a bird at all, but rather something smaller and closer to the camera, like a dangling leaf or spider web. But some really do think our simulation is buffering. What do you think? Is this an unfortunate bird stuck in a wire or web? Not a bird at all?
Hindi nakatali.
Or is it a glitch in the Matrix? Number 10. Humanoid over Chile. A strange capture was spotted flying over a city in Chile. YouTuber UFO's Alien Santana 6428 shares the mysterious footage that is leaving viewers guessing.
¡Mira eso! ¡Se está moviendo allá! Uy. Parece Papá Noel.
Some think the humanoid figure is a witch on a broomstick. It doesn't look like the typical UAP you see every day. It does seem to be a figure sitting upright on a flying object.
Parece Papá Noel. Pero what?
Es una bruja.
No.
Más cerca. Más cerca.
Some in the comments say they've seen similar videos shot in remote areas of the world. YouTuber Mountain Rain 1111 writes, "Not sure what this is, but I always feel an ominous feeling watching. There are no other suggestions as to what it could be. Maybe a drone, but even that seems unlikely." What do you think? Number 9. Visiting Mother. An intriguing capture on home security camera has Redditor Appalachie Queen and their roommate convinced that the latter's deceased mother has come to pay a visit. Take a look. Those that were home were sleeping, and no one else was visiting at the time. The OP says the figure also appears to be wearing glasses, and their roommate's mom wore them too. Their mother passed away 3 months ago. Has she yet to cross over? Many agree that this isn't your average capture. Redditor Nizam writes, "Looks pretty creepy. Seems to be passing behind objects, so it doesn't look like the usual spider or cobweb." Others think it could be a vape cloud, lingering due to the oscillating fan at the back of the room. But some say that though it looks eerie, it might be camera artifacting or motion blur. Camera artifacting refers to visual distortions or anomalies that appear in photos or videos due to technical limitations in the camera. The artifacts can take many forms, such as pixelation, color shifts, blurring, or ghosting. They often occur in low light conditions, when the camera's sensor struggles to capture enough detail, or during fast motion, when the camera can't keep up with the subject's speed. Sometimes camera artifacting is mistaken for supernatural or paranormal phenomena, as it can produce strange shapes, lights, or shadows that seem out of place in the scene. For example, light reflecting off a lens can create orbs or streaks, while digital glitches can cause faces or objects to appear distorted. Although these effects may be unsettling, they are usually just the result of the camera's technology struggling to accurately capture the image. Redditors suggest to test the camera by moving something in the same dim lighting. While we may never know if this is the OP's roommate's mother visiting, or something more mundane like artifacting, I think we can all agree with Don't Lose Your Cool 1, who says, "This apparition moves and acts like every real ghost video I've seen." Number 8. Ghost interaction. Ghosts often interact through light. Their energy is said to sync with its frequency. That's why Redditor MacMommy4 is left wondering whether this flickering light is a ghost or poor electrical. See for yourself.
Can you turn my light back on, please? Thank you.
What happened?
Oh, can you leave my light on, please? Stop it. Don't touch it. It's on. Somebody keeps turning it off.
Those in the comments are leaning towards an electrical issue. Redditor Collinsford Toolbum writes that given the condition of the AC installation and the spiderwebs below it, it seems like the wiring might not be in the best shape. They say it would be wise to have a professional inspect the wiring to ensure that everything is safe and secure. Lamatuk agrees that it's worth a test. They write, "I'm a master electrician. Try a different lamp there and see if you have the same interaction. I have a million things in my head diagnostically that could be at play here." The OP says the AC unit is a secondary unit that isn't even plugged in. She also says she thought the bulb was loose, but it wasn't, and she also tried replacing it.
Can you please turn my light back on and leave it on, please? Thank you. Please leave it on. Please leave it on. I know you're all the way over there. It wasn't you. I know.
For more context about the home, she moved in 6 months ago after the home had been empty for a few years. The previous owners were an elderly couple who had raised their 4 sons there before passing away. The new owners bought the house as it was, keeping many of the items left behind. From the beginning, they noticed subtle oddities, movements in the corner of their eyes, faint sounds. Over time, they began talking to whatever was there, feeling a sense of connection rather than fear. They believed the spirits liked them, perhaps checking in now and then, satisfied with the respect shown to their old home. This curious interaction with a lamp is something that has happened several times before. The OP believed the event was significant enough to warrant sharing. Despite the OP's stated paranormal experiences, folks in the comments continue to debate whether this is paranormal or simply bad wiring.
What he did. Can you turn my light back on, please? Thank you.
And the answer to that is still at a draw. Number 7. Poor sport. This spirit is a poor sport. YouTuber Chris Duncan shares the bizarre footage of a pool stick apparently breaking on its own.
Watch it until it breaks. That's when I start crying.
Watch, John. Are you watching this thing? Yeah. It's not no. Oh,
in there.
No, watch.
The stick continues to move around, though no one is near it.
Watch. Watch, John. Watch.
That hurts so bad.
Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in here. Nobody listens to me.
Watch it.
It's about to go crazy.
And then,
It's still moving! It's still moving, y'all! It's still moving! It's still moving!
why and how? For a pool stick to break, great force must be exerted. This stick is moving just slightly on the ground. So how in the world did it snap in half like this? Some say this video is wild, while others think the chaotic energy of children often attracts poltergeists. Others suggest the ghost has a vendetta against children, so broke it to get them in trouble. Still others think the stick was broken already, and there are strings attached. What do you think is happening here? Whatever it is, get those kids out of there, and fast. Number 6. Spiderweb floats away. Redditor RudeActive4250 thought what they were seeing on camera was a spiderweb. That is, until it floated off into the night. This video has been sped up, but you can see the scope of the anomaly's behavior. Redditor Judge Tread says that despite drifting off, it's still a spiderweb, and most agree. Interesting Debate 30 adds, some in the comments seem to think it floats all the way over to the truck and down the hall, but it's just moving slightly away from the camera, and so appears to be traveling when it's just getting blown around a little. Others think it's not a spiderweb at all, but neither is it paranormal. They suggest it's a miniature drone. They also point out that it appears to reflect on the car. Still others are saying it's extraterrestrial technology, or even an interdimensional being. Chato5727 writes, if this isn't AI generated or a small drone, then I'm at a loss. He says it resembles a smaller version of an object reportedly seen flying over a base in Afghanistan. He also observes that the lights at the bottom of it seem to brush against the top of the truck and then slide over it as the object moves. And the way it sways when it moves suggests drag, meaning something is creating resistance in the airflow. This implies it's not just light. There's likely something physical hanging from the bottom. Do you see what they're seeing? Or is this just another spiderweb playing tricks on the mind? Number 5. Boom Boom Bass Boo. Did a ghost just make a cameo in this Rise music clip? TikToker Rise Official shares their dance footage, but it's what's unfolding behind the group that has TikTokers baffled. Did you see it? TikToker Kim123436 asks, what is the genie behind them? If you missed it, watch closely in the back left, along the tree line. A semi-transparent figure appears to glide along in the park behind them before disappearing altogether. Some are questioning if it's just a light. Others are wondering how a ghost got to see Rise perform before they did. Perhaps it's Michael Jackson doing a cameo moonwalk. It's hard to tell what this is. But it may just be the unofficial 7th member of Rise. Number 4. Figure in the window. A pair of security guards are freaking out after witnessing an obscure figure in the window of a building not in use. TikToker The Bonehead shares the intense footage. Listen closely.
The lights, because I'm
The lights are.
and I can't see, like, I literally see nothing.
The lights are off right now. Oh, it just moved. It just moved.
No, it did not.
It just moved. It just moved.
I just heard a weird fucking.
The building is locked up. No one should be inside. So what is this?
Did you throw that?
I'm outside the door. I don't have access to that unit.
I don't even think I got it on video. My phone was just angled up, but something just got thrown at the window.
Something clearly broke in, and it is angry. When they press on, it grows angrier.
Something just got thrown again.
No, I did. I'm out. I'll be down in a minute. Has anything looked broken, like glass?
Then, as the guard inside is about to leave, this happens.
Dude, that was just behind me.
Is that like a fire alarm or something?
No, dude, it was a squeak noise. Like something just moved behind me. What the?
And we're left wondering what happened next. Many in the comments are on edge with this cliffhanger. TikToker Murdered 6.2 writes, "Never in a million years could you pay me enough to figure out what was going on in that room." Others think this is staged with some decent voice acting. And a few think it's a squatter in the building, not willing to give up their space. All those in the comments who have worked security say they themselves have witnessed similar paranormal activity in the industry. And it's stuff they simply cannot explain. Some even say people wouldn't believe them if they shared what they've experienced. Do you think this is paranormal? Or just an intruder? Or is this just a compelling work of fiction? Number 3. Knockdown. A man in Colombia got into a knockdown fight with what might be a spirit orb. Redditor Cam03 shares the bizarre footage. The man can be seen entering the stairwell. He's out of sight for a moment before being flung violently down the stairs. But it's the strange lightning-quick object that appears to fly out of nowhere to attack him that has some questioning everything. Many in the comments are finding this beyond bizarre. Redditor C Presentation 4229 writes, "The origin of the object and its trajectory makes this a very peculiar case to study. But according to Piss Out Haas, it can be explained. They think something was tied securely to the door to hold it open, and it must have snapped. Watch again." But some don't agree with this. First of all, the man appears to be thrown backward. How would something from outside snapping cause such a forceful launch in the opposite direction? Life Astronomer 5394 thinks it makes no sense. They write, "I don't know. He got folded and thrown. He didn't just fall. I'm having trouble being convinced anything attached to the door could have hit with that much force." Some are also saying if you watch frame by frame, the man appears to be falling before the object hits him, if it even does. Others believe the man was electrocuted and thrown back with force. Still others think the figure is a dummy, as the body appears to be thrown like a rag doll. Even stranger, some think a bug simply flew by the camera at the most opportune moment, making it appear as though something hit the man when he actually just fell backward of his own accord. Or maybe he was punched by someone inside. Watching the video on repeat doesn't help. The McRibsback writes, "Scrubbing this video has only made me more confused. I don't think it's a bug. It comes out from behind that round thing, not from out of screen. There is an odd light that shines to the right of the round object the moment before it appears, and the door does not budge until the flying object arrives, so coincidence seems unlikely." Many want to know what the man remembers of the incident. The answer is nothing, although according to the OP, he did require 24 stitches at the hospital. So, what do you believe? There are a dozen theories with this one, each one more unbelievable than the last. Number 2. Haunted House. While describing his experiences in his haunted house, YouTuber Professor Cynical has yet another live. Take a look.
And that kind of stuff happens all the time now, and
he continues with his story, seemingly unaware that the door is swinging back and forth behind him.
terrifying. It is just one of those things. But I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I don't know really what else to do about it. So what I've done is I captured a good few things whilst I've not been posting.
He also shares some security footage of the paranormal experiences he's talking about.
I'm sick of this.
As he monitors the area, the door starts to close on its own.
Bargain. Nah, mate. Nah.
Again, he finds nothing behind it, though there is clearly something in his home. Many in the comments are shocked by what he's been dealing with and encourage him to continue filming these occurrences. But YouTuber Northeast Gun sees the flip side of this, writing, "The problem is that the more attention you give it, the stronger it will get, but you can't just ignore it either." Others are wondering how he's still in this house and suggest he move. Like, now. What do you think? Is this enough activity to warrant a move?
And
on second thought, any activity is probably enough activity. Number 1. Very haunted. The haunted happenings in TikToker Darkcha's home will make you squirm. In a series of videos, the TikToker shares the events that are prompting her to call a priest. The first video sees some loud banging escalate to toys moving. As the poltergeist changes position, something is heard in the bathroom. The banging is repeated in a second clip, followed by something new. As the door swings closed, something is jostling the doorknob. but there's no one there. Or is there? You'd think you'd slam that door shut and never open it again, but the TikToker's next clip reveals there's more to come. She gets a closer look, but finds no strings attached. And then... in another clip, she thinks she heard something. But after checking it, she sits down to her yogurt, only for this strange noise to resound. The bleeding from the eyes is overkill. Things are obviously escalating. Even the TikToker's cat is sensing it. After a full minute of snarling at something unseen, this happens.
Hey! Hey!
What attacked the cat? We may never know. Despite the demon's energy being released in such a manner, the knocking never ends. It really seems that whatever is here is playing mind games. And it won't let up until it's driven her mad. Or until this video's been studied.